If you notice some of your cards are like way up, it's because I zoomed in, and it was the only way for those cards to show. And since the cards essentially show our life, they also have cheat things on there too, but they show the life and what some monsters are weak to, and also how many of that type of monster is in the monster deck.
Ah, okay.
That's going to mean something in a little while. This game is called Welcome to the Dungeon. It was originally a Japanese game called Dungeon of Mandom. So when it came over to America, they changed that because I'm sure they didn't want Anita Sarkeesian to go, But in the original game, all they had was a warrior. And they suggest you start with the warrior because it's the easier one to play.
Yep.
But we also have a mage that we can play, a rogue, and a barbarian. So as the game goes, we will be able to change who actually has to go into the dungeon.
Okay.
These are the monsters. This is the dungeon. We'll be placing monsters this way without showing them into the dungeon. It isn't until someone goes into the dungeon that they find out what monsters are in there. Every character, regardless of what class, has base HP, so he has HP of 3. And they gain HP from some of their equipment. So this guy right now, as long as this equipment stays out here, and it won't, but let's pretend it did, he would have 11 HP to start with when he goes into the dungeon. Then he has items that can help him fight monsters. And they have a description of what they do. So I'm going to read that real quick. The Holy Grail, defeat monsters with even-numbered strength.
Okay.
And in the upright corner is going to be their strength. Defeat the dragon. So the dragon spear. The Vorpal Sword, defeat one monster that you choose before entering the dungeon.
Nice.
So you could say, and this tells you what they are, you could say orcs, dragon, vampires. If you can't remember what they're called, just point to it so we know what it looks like.
Okay.
Because we haven't played yet, so we might not remember what they're all called.
Okay.
The Torch, defeat monsters with strength of 3 or less.
Okay.
The other thing, they all have symbols. Well, the things that fight monsters. And the monster will have a picture, if it can be defeated by the item automatically.
Okay.
They'll have the symbol as well.
Okay.
So, for example, a vampire will have this chalice, and you can defeat the vampire automatically with the Holy Grail. And it shows you on the cheat card. So that's when you're going into the dungeon. There are 2 phases, the bidding phase and the enter the dungeon phase.
Okay.
The bidding phase is to find out who goes in.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is each round you start out with player 1. Let's figure out who player 1 is first real quick. This game, oh, maybe. A chance. Or I did. Wow. Just roll a 20, just because it'd be funny. Oh, you can't do it, huh? Alright.
Really?
It'd be funny. 18 for like an hour. Sorry. Oh, my nose. Alright, so you might as well keep that near you so we know that you're player 1. That'll pretty much stay the same until the first dungeon delve, and then the order will change.
Okay.
So starting with you.
Oh,
what you're going to do.
See that.
There we go. Starting with you, once we start playing, starting with you during the bidding phase, and it goes clockwise, you're going to do one of the 2 following things.
Okay.
You'll pass and be eliminated from the round, which means you can't do anything.
Okay.
Eventually you get to the point where you can't do anything. If there's nothing here, if there's no dungeon deck or dungeon draw pile, or monster draw pile, you have to pass because you can't draw a card.
Right.
So you'll either pass or draw a card. You don't show anybody the card, you just look at it. Then you have a choice of either placing the card sideways into the dungeon, meaning someone, possibly you, will encounter that as one of the monsters. So it gives you an idea. Everybody's going to know a little bit of what's in the dungeon, but not everything. Or you can place the card in front of you so that you know it won't be in the dungeon, but if you do that, you must take one of these items and place it on top of the card. The item gets removed as well.
Okay.
So bear that in mind. Or you can pass your turn, which means you won't win the dungeon, but that means you won't lose anything, you won't get anything either. That's going to continue to happen until everyone passes.
Okay.
Here's the thing though, somebody has to be last to pass. If you're last to pass, you go in the dungeon.
Okay.
You
So
take the remaining items.
It's like who draws
It
the
is.
short straw.
Yes.
Okay.
You go in with your remaining equipment and you draw 1 card at a time to see if you make it.
Okay.
So only the person who's last person who to pass will go into the dungeon. You calculate your total health points. That's what you do at first, which I kind of just did with this guy. And then you reveal one by one the cards in the dungeon pile. If you still have equipment that can eliminate that monster, discard the monster without losing HP. You don't lose equipment, the equipment stays there.
Okay.
Otherwise, you lose HP equal to the monster's strength. Then you discard the monster.
Ouch.
You continue this until there's no more monsters in the dungeon.
Or you're dead.
Nope, you just keep on going.
Okay.
If you can go negative, but if the total health points you lost is fewer than the health points in which you entered, then you succeeded.
Okay.
You take a success card.
Okay. Right, success.
Yep. If it happens to be your second success card, you win.
Oh, nice.
So you collect 2 success cards to win. If the total health points you lost is equal to or greater than your total health points entering the dungeon, then you do not succeed. If your player aid is showing the white side, which right now they are, you will flip it to the red side. And flip it, apparently they're upside down, so you'll flip it to the red side. If it's already on the red side, you actually get removed from the game.
Oh.
So there's some risk there.
So 2 chances to win, 2 chances to
Yep.
fail.
Yes. It's possible that you could win just without the success cards, because if everybody else gets eliminated and you don't, you win that way too. If nobody's won the game, then you start a new round. When you start the new round, you shuffle the new monsters, place them face down on the table. The player who just went into the dungeon chooses the next adventurer, so you can choose a different adventure if you don't want to do the warrior again. And his corresponding equipment. And the person who just went into the dungeon is the one who is the new first player. And then that's it. That's literally it.
Okay.
So just to let you know what these are, these top little dudes with the big chins are goblins. These are golems. These have a strength of 1, these have a strength of 5. That's what these numbers are. Skeletons have a strength of 2. The Lich has a strength of 6. Orcs have a strength of 3. Demon, strength of 7. Vampire, strength of 4. Dragon, strength of 9. So you do know, this is all, and these are the number of cards. So there's 2 of each of these, except for the Lich, the Dragon, and the Demon only is 1. So you kind of, you can count the cards, essentially, to determine your possibility of success.
Okay.
So starting with Ian, do you want to pass? And there's some variants that we can try later, but we'll do it the straight up way first. Would you like to pass or draw?
I'll draw. Seems silly to pass right away.
And then don't show anybody.
Okay.
Or do you want to keep it in front of you or put it in the dungeon? Okay. Ashley?
I'll draw.
Oh shoot, that light.
Sorry, I guess I don't really get what I'm...
No, it's the one over there. The overhead light. It's beaming off that
Oh, didn't I
card.
turn it off?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You might not be the one that's going in there.
And I'll just change the camera a little
I
bit.
guess I'll keep it in front of me.
Well, if you keep it in front of you, you have to take something.
Yeah, I'll put it up there.
There we go, that's not bad. Alright.
Outside of sweet sugar craving.
Shoot. Oh, nobody can see it.
Okay, so those are out of this
Yeah,
round
this
completely.
card's out of the game and this weapon is out of the game.
Okay. Are you out of the bidding process now?
No, only when I pass.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, I just don't get it. And I'm wanting one that's.
We're going in. Whoever goes in
Faces
has to
all that
fight all
shit.
of those things.
Right.
So we should put the lower ones in there if there's a higher one.
Well, it, doesn't,
It
I mean,
depends.
it depends on the
It
circumstances.
depends on what weapons are out.
You
what
may
armor's
not
out.
fight it, so it all depends. Sometimes you may be stacking the deck against whoever does fight it to help them lose, because if everyone else gets eliminated, you win. Or you could be stacking the deck for easy things for you to kill if you're the one that goes in. Keep in mind that if the pile empties, which it looks like it's going to at this point, everyone will have to pass and bow out until the last person's there, and the last person's the one that's going to go in.
Yep.
So
Sure, that's not flashing, right?
that is not flashing.
Just make sure.
So hopefully everyone has been hearing us.
Yep. I think they have. I just want to make sure. Pass.
I just threw it in there.
Yeah, she just passed, and I'm gonna pass too.
What does the magic sword do?
Destroys the Warple destroys one monster you choose.
Yep. Destroy one monster that you
When
choose
you enter
before
the-
entering the dungeon.
Okay.
But there's a clarification for that.
Then
I think you can flip over. Well, yeah, you can declare.
Yeah, you.
Choose a type of monster before revealing the first dungeon card, and then you defeat all monsters matching that choice. If you choose to defeat skeletons and there happen to be two of them, you defeat both of them as you encounter them.
So you have to choose whether you pass or not.
Yes, pass.
She has to pass. She can't
She
not.
has to. She can't draw.
So Ian goes in.
Alright, so before we go in, I'm killing demons with the sword.
Okay.
The demon. Okay.
The demon.
The
Yep.
demon, yeah.
All right. So start flipping. You'll want to do it near your card so people can see.
Yeah, sorry. Alright, let's go here. I'm gonna stay up. Alright, so, demon, dead. Vampire, I have the chalice, it's dead.
Yep.
A 1, which I'm pretty sure...
Torch kills it.
Oh, that's right, Torch kills it, so it's dead. Dragon, which doesn't die now because of the lovely thing, so...
So you
so I
two
did
left.
11, yep, so...
that stays there.
Torch
Dead.
kills it. 5, golem. And we don't have a hammer, so I am at -3. And chalice dead. Fire dead. Fire dead and chalice.
Wow, everything kills them.
That's cool.
Chalice
And
dead.
Hood, if you were the rogue.
Chalice fire. And fire. So I fail. If you hadn't stolen the day,
I took the golem out because there was no weapon to fight it, so I was like, but then everybody was stacking so much stuff, so I was like, bombing out. So I took this, I knew the dragon was in
If you
there.
actually put the golem in there and not taken this thing out, I would. Well, whoever fought it would have won.
Well, because, no,
Because it would have been 10 hit points.
no, yeah, that's true.
Because the golem's only 5, and I have 11, so it would have succeeded.
But it's not co-op, so
That's true.
it's good that I did that. So now you will be picking, do you want to continue with the warrior, or would you like to bring out a new adventurer? We have a barbarian, a rogue, and a mage.
Do they do anything different?
They work the same way, but they just have slightly different.
They have different.
Like the barbarian has a lot more health, I think.
They have different gear. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like specific set gear for the
Yeah.
for the job.
Yeah, that's why there's so many cards. I'm guessing.
Oh,
This
I
is-
get it
'cause a
now.
mage isn't
I
gonna
was
have-
wondering why
Yeah.
there were so many cards. Okay. Let's try the barbarian.
Okay.
It might suck, but...
Meh. I'm sure they're all fun. Because they have similar symbols. Like, there's the hammer.
Yeah.
And he has a healing potion. And the Vorpal Axe. So he has a leather shield. That's 7 HP. He has 11 HP. They basically must always have 11 then.
Not necessarily.
Torch, defeat monsters with strength 3 or less. Defeat golems with the hammer. When you die, come back to life with your adventurer's HP once per dungeon. So he's pretty good. Defeat one monster after you draw it once per dungeon. And then that's not bad.
Wow.
He's pretty good.
That's kind of useful.
So they're not exactly the same. They're just very similar. And you get to be player 1 again.
I'm guessing you're gonna.
Yeah, I mean...
Might as well the first round.
Yeah.
There's actually a variant rule in the first round where you should everybody should draw, look at it, and put it in the dungeon.
Automatically, stuff is in there.
I figure once we get better at the game, we'll do that. I think it's a fun game.
I'm gonna be such a jerk. Give me the potion.
Ashley?
Ain't no getting out of death free. Although honestly, you might still think.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, sorry.
Probably leave this out.
Don't put it face up. Face down.
Okay, I have to take something.
Yep.
Okay, so basically whatever I take will be taken away from us.
Right.
Correct.
Whoever goes in will have the benefit of whatever it is.
Yeah. I guess.
No defeating the Gordons.
Pass.
Easily.
Dick will do your work.
It's such a creepy door.
I'm not going to be able to play my gnome tomorrow like I like to. Well, if my voice comes back, because she's crazy and loud and crazy. I'm going to be like, whisper gnome. Everybody at the party's going to be like, can you be sick every time?
Can I only hold one card? Or
You can hold as many as you want. Until there's no more items. Torch. Oof. Gonna pass? You gonna draw? Pass? Alright, already passed. Awesome.
I don't really want to.
Then don't. You don't have to be a chicken like me.
Well, at this point, it's either you or I fighting it.
I know.
Probably. Yeah.
And is that one monster?
One monster.
So if there's two, does it work or it's just the one?
It's one.
I'm just making sure it's not like the other one. Like
No, it's one. It should be one. Let's see.
It's
You
not
choose
like,
the monster to defeat as soon as you see the current card before knowing any of the following monsters in the dungeon. Oh, I see. So you draw the card and you could be like, oh, it's a golem, I'll defeat it. If you find another golem later, it will die.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
still
It
vorpal.
still kills the monster type.
It's just you see it instead of just calling it blind.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that does still work for that. Okay.
Yep, it's still just as good as the Vorpal Sword. It's actually a little bit better.
Yeah, because you don't waste it until
Yeah,
you.
because you can
see
say
what
skeletons and there's none in there.
Right.
I just think of American McGee's Alice every time I hear Vorpal Sword.
Because what Snicker Snack? That's where it came from. D&D stole it.
Yeah, because
It came originally from
The Jabberwock.
Jabberwocky. Yep.
I think that's still.
Which is such a good poem. I
Yeah.
love that
Incredible.
fucking poem. It's so good.
My uncle used to call me a Jabberwocky when I was a little kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just remember the like the live action movie of Through the Looking Glass where they had the Jabberwock.
Right?
The creepiest freaking thing. When I was a
Yep.
kid.
There's so many movies of that. I don't know if I saw that.
There's been some real good ones.
Yeah.
And there's also been some really bad ones.
Yeah, there was one really weird one I saw on Netflix. It was like some like German or Russian like indie one or something.
Wow.
And it was just over and over again this girl going, "Said the white rabbit," and this like really creepy rabbit. I don't know. It was
I don't
so
want to risk
bizarre.
failing a second time. I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
I'm debating trying to fight it, but I was like, yeah.
Oh, she's got 11 HP, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And an axe.
So I am going to use the Vorpal Axe to kill this
Okay.
because both of the ones I picked were those.
4 damage. 8 damage. 10. Oh my god. You make it? Nope. So close.
No,
Damn.
too much. If I could cut them back to life, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But nope.
So you flip your card to red, and you might want to, yeah, because for some reason they're literally flipping.
I'm really glad I didn't push that.
That's why when I started seeing stuff getting stacked in there, I'm like, 2 items came out, I'm going to chicken out because I'm a wimp. Do you want to keep the barbarian, or would you like to change to a different class?
I need to.
Are you going to be like an alt-tor like me when I play like Diablo?
You know, it's kind of they're kind of cute. I want to see what they all are. So let's
Okay.
go. Let's go
Turn
with
you
the
interested?
rogue.
Rogue?
Just
Okay.
to see what they all are.
Sounds good.
Let's give us a chance to see
Rogues
them.
do it from behind.
So is this like prizes or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you
Those
keep
are
track of your
victory.
successes. You know,
we
the
just-
things we've never had.
Yeah, that's right. We just wouldn't know because
Alright, success.
Because they'll be helping the cards. Oh, no healing potion.
Invisibility. Seriously? Like, it's like a combination of Harry Potter and
Yeah.
Frodo.
Yep.
Sting, he's got the One Ring, he's got the invisibility cloak, the
Yep.
healing potion.
So they are very similar because she
and
starts out with
11
11
hit points again, too. Yeah,
This is
Let me
just,
know.
just like the warrior. You have to call it first.
Yep,
Yeah.
defeat one monster that you choose before. Ring of Power, defeat monsters with strength 2 or less. Add their total strength to your HP.
That's cool.
Defeat monsters with strength of 6 or more. And again, it has a symbol, so it helps you keep track. When you die, this is the same exact healing potion as last time. And then we have armor. I just wanted to read it because it's like teeny tiny
Yes.
white dots on the camera.
And is she first player now because she
Yep.
won? or-
I went in.
So,
What do you think of the game so far? It's interesting, right?
Yeah.
I like it. It's my birthday present from my mom.
it's a good virtual present.
Granted, she didn't pick it out, but that's cool. I'm okay with that.
you gotta make sure somebody else goes in. They get screwed out of the healing
Maybe.
potion.
Or maybe that's just worth it to get rid of.
Yeah. Oh, I can see.
We're like so serious about this game. We're like not even talking. Granted, I can't talk much because my voice is going, but
It's important.
sorry, people watching. We're normally much more engaged, but I think half of us are dying of pneumonia. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at your face.
If I fail, I fail. Yeah, keep it in.
She has to remember this
I have
best.
to fight.
So you should be fine because of the Ring of Power
Yeah.
Well,
and
yeah,
the Vorpal.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
should be okay.
You should be.
Alright,
before you
I
reveal,
am
you have
going
to use
to
Vorpal.
declare Golem as the Vorpal. So,
It's probably a good
alright,
idea.
so that is 3 against me because I don't have a torch or anything.
No, this is 2
Oh.
less.
So that's dead because of the cloak. Power adds to my own.
Mm-hmm.
So 7. That's 10. Dead because of the cloak.
Avoided, probably.
Added to my own. Dead because of the cloak. To my
I'm
own.
gonna be close.
Vorpal. Vorpal.
I think you won.
So I'm pretty sure, because I have a grand total of 11, 12, 13, 15 versus 14. Yep.
Nice. You get the first success thingy. And you also get to be player 1 again.
Yeah. And I kept the little one out specifically so.
Do you want me to trade it to Mage since we haven't tried
Yeah,
that? one?
absolutely. Victory! Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it.
It looks like a drunken rabbit here. Victory. It makes sense because it's a Japanese game. Purple.
If we didn't have to pass, I totally would have jumped in.
Alright, so Holy Grail is the usual thing.
Yep.
HP plus 3 for the Bracelet of Protection. Demonic Pact. Defeat the demon and the next monster.
Nice.
And then Omnipotence. If all of the monsters in the dungeon are different, you win the round automatically.
That's cool.
So there's no duplicates?
No.
Yeah.
Polymorph. Defeat one monster you draw, replacing it with the next monster from the deck. Once per dungeon. Nice. So if you draw like something way powerful, unless there's nothing in the deck, and then Wall of Fire.
Mage is definitely the trickier one.
Yeah. I mean, you get to go first.
Yep.
Are you texting with that thing?
Yeah.
When I had a flip
text
phone,
with
I was
the
like,
dinosaur.
nope.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Want to send a message and hit one key 4 times.
Yeah. I just figured I'll get this to hold me over until I can afford a nice phone again.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Aaron was happy. He hates smartphones. He's like, good. You won't be on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, but I was going to be 20 minutes in one text. I was looking at my phone all the time.
Like, it's the mage. You know you want to do it.
Omnipotence.
Ah. I thought you were going to do what I was doing just to make it really challenging.
I pass.
Pass.
Oh, but then we're low on stuff to do that. Crap. Should have passed.
Yup. You really should have.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. I'm quite glad you didn't.
You go put it back in and hope she just passes and you stand a chance with what's out there. Not that she will pass, but she might. Or you keep it out and pull something and pretty much guarantee she's going to pass. And you have to fight. But maybe not. She may not.
Pass. I was going to pass.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, Ashley.
There you go. Stop flipping those cards. See what you got.
Some people just like to watch the world burn. Alright, so that's dead.
That's fine.
5.
Yep, you're dead.
You fail.
Minus
The
6
maze
health.
is really difficult.
Well, if you take all the HP away, which is pretty much what I did.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, you didn't take.
I was like, I thought you were going to take the HP because I thought it'd be really funny if it was just
Right.
going with 2 and see what happens.
Which is what happened to the poor guy. I mean,
If I thought about it, I would have, but
the poor mage went in it with 2 HP. I mean,
But Ashley gets to pick this time. Do you want to continue with the mage or do you want
you
to
want
switch
to
to a
try the
different?
rogue?
Yeah, I want the rogue.
Go with the ninja. Go with the ninja. You know you want a ninja.
They haven't done one of those videos in forever.
Yeah,
I think they're done.
that's sad.
I know, because they were hilarious. But I mean, I guess you could run out of material eventually.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The last video I ever saw them do was like a Bitcoin video.
Mm.
Bitcoins poorly explained.
And this guy that thought those were going to be like the future.
Yeah, if you have like, if you're rich already. Because, well, it'd be different if you got on early, yes.
Yeah.
You can still do it, but to
Yes,
mine
I'll
for them
look
and
at
stuff, there's so many people doing it, you don't get the money.
pass.
Dude.
Hmm.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay. Let's see if I can lose.
What about declaring your...
Yeah.
The vorpal has to be declared first, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick orcs. I think orcs or ogres. Orcs, I think they're called.
Okay.
Dead. Adds to my strength. Adds to my strength.
Yeah.
So you?
I did.
I wasn't expecting everybody to be whipping out so because that was just
Literally all I wanted to do was exactly what you just did, so... I was like, nah. I might have gone through one
When
more.
people started passing like early,
Yeah.
I was like, I was gonna take out one more thing, but I think I'm gonna bring the barbarian back. Although the rogue, that ability is really nice.
Well, if it was my
Probably
turn again, I
barbarian
was just
back.
gonna roll to figure out what we were gonna do and just keep
That's
it random.
cool. I figured, in
If we got
honor
all
of
them at
my
once,
I mean,
figured-
let's face it.
Barbarian.
You wanted to do the mage. She wanted to do the rogue. She wants to do the
Barbarian.
barbarian. I mean, that's
I'll do
too
mage
real.
next
Yeah.
because of Nova, but for now we'll do Hinrith, even though Hinrith's looking pretty masculine. I like this game.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, it's super fun.
It took me a minute. It is easy. It took me a minute
I mean,
to
as far as
grasp it.
rules, it's
Yeah.
easy. The strategy is not. But, learning how to play doesn't take that long.
Welcome to the dungeon.
I love that the next line of that is "We've got fun and games."
I know.
I just
We
can't
do.
sing it because I have no voice.
Yeah, I can go in.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well, he might pass.
That's why I'm not handing it to him.
Oh.
Pass.
Pass. Excuse me, sorry.
I think you might win, but go for it.
Okay. Torch dead.
Oh, he might.
I am going to Vorpal the vampire. Torch dead. Vorpal.
Yep.
I win.
Like I said, I was like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna
I
win.
was pretty sure. Well, I was like, it was iffy on whether or not Vorpaling the vampire was the right move, the right move, but it was. So
See, when she took out the hammer, I had already put the goal in. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh crap. And then when I put the vampire, I'm like, well, the Vorpal the vampire, maybe there won't be another one.
Yeah,
And maybe like a dragon or something in there.
Totally should have, because I could have put that in there,
Ah,
and that would have been fine.
and I would have passed, so you would have fought,
Yep.
and you would have won probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it just would have been the one extra point.
So
Yeah.
I don't think we have time for another game, but this was great. Because it's about 10:30. You know what I mean? Like, but I love this game. We're gonna have to play it again. Do not regret this game. I've yet to buy a game that I really didn't like. I'm usually pretty good about picking good games. So next week is X-Files. Now, is that 4-player only? Do you remember?
Up to 5.
So if you want to join us for X-Files, we will.
Because one person plays Cigarette Smoking Man, and then there's
Which I think
4
Aaron
agents.
wants to do.
Yeah,
And I'm okay with that.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
But yeah, so if you want to join us for X-Files, we're going to play it next week. We're going to do X-Files and probably one other game, because I think X-Files probably take a little bit longer than it says on the box.
Probably. Especially if we're explaining it as we
Do
go.
you want to teach us the game, or do you want me to teach it?
I think you should. I'm really good with that.
Good. No, I was going to ask for the rules otherwise tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I was going to leave it here if I could leave it here if otherwise, but if not, I'll make sure to read through it beforehand
Yeah,
and make sure I
then
feel
it'll be-
comfortable.
That way, if the rules get wrong, I can be like, it's not just me.
It's my fault.
It's not just me.
So, question.
Yes.
I know it's 10:30.
Ooh,
Does
yeah.
anyone want to do a quick run of fun employment before we're
I
done?
kind of do.
Me too. Yeah. I'm all. Hang on. Let me just. We're not done. We lied.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna switch real quick. Hang on a second.